PeterThePros.com.
Okay, we have studied about the isotherms first graph. Okay, this we have studied. Now logarithmic form. We have to convert that as it is a non-linear function. As it is a non-linear function, now we are going to convert that equation into the logarithmic form. That equation into what? Logarithmic form. Okay. So the main problem with this graph is it is to be studied in three parts. So if we can convert into single part, then it will be easy to understand and easy to apply. Okay. For that, we should make the modification in the equation itself. For that, what I will do, I will apply the logarithm. Okay. So when you apply the logarithm, then it will be converted into this linear function because it happened in the states of matter, Boyle's law also. Pressure and volume are inversely proportional, therefore it was non-linear. Okay. So, but when you apply log p and log b, then it will become as a linear function. So, same we are going to do it here also. Okay. So, what already we have x upon m is equal to k into p to the power of 1 by n. Okay, this is what we have. Main problem is that this and this are inversely proportional. Okay, so directly proportional but non-linear function. So to make it linear, I am applying the log. Okay, so then log x upon m is equal to log k into p to the power of 1 by n. So we can use log AB and log A to the power of n, both options. Okay. Now that time it will become as a log K plus 1 by n into log P. Okay. So this is log x upon m. This is what log x upon m. So for easiness, I am rewriting the equation, rearranging the equation. Log x upon m is equal to 1 upon n log P plus log k. Just I am writing for easiness so that I can compare y is equal to mx plus c. Now it is exactly suitable as a linear function. It is suitable for to be called as a linear function. Okay. So log x upon m. So now what is the values here? I should take on the y-axis log x upon n. I should take log p on the x-axis. Then the slope of that line is going to be 1 upon n. Then intercept is going to be log k. Okay. So this is what the y is equal to mx plus c. Understood? Now I will draw the graph. Then we will do the some questions like temperature related in the previous graph also. Okay, that also I will explain. Okay, note down this. Then we will go for the further explanation. Okay, I hope you have noted this. Now I will explain about the conversion of that curve graph into the linear graph. As per previous explanation, what I have to take here, log p on x-axis, log x upon m on y-axis. Then there will be graph like this. Okay, this is the x-intercept. Y-intercept is equal, sorry, this is y-intercept. Y-intercept is equal to log k and the slope of this line is equal to 1 by n. Okay. So this is the conversion of Fredericks adsorption isotherm. What it is called as Fredericks adsorption isotherm from the non-linear graph to linear graph by application of logarithm. Okay. And mostly they will give intercept, with that you will find out k. They will give slope, with that you will find out n. Then the relations by using these two, there will be numericals. So that we are going to study now. Okay, note down this. Okay, so after this, these are the, suppose you are given within the previous graph only, non-linear graph. If the graph is like this, okay, this is T1, this is T2, this is T3. These are the three temperature. And here I am taking as a P and here I am taking as a X upon M. Okay. Now we have to find out the relation between T1, T2 and T3. This was the question given in the This is the question given in the previous lecture. T1, T2 and T3. Okay. So now what you will do, how you will find out? Actually, it is a multi-concept. Even though we say it is isotherm, but temperature is changing. Okay. So here, this is isotherm, this isotherm, but three are not isotherms. Understood? So now what we will do, we will calculate, we will use the other concept, temperature and X upon M. Okay. So already we have studied in the adsorption factors affecting the adsorption. We have studied that adsorption is favorable at low temperature only. Okay. I have explained through the thermodynamic function also. Delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. Okay. There I have explained when temperature is low, then delta G will be more negative. Is that understood? So because this is negative, this is negative. So if it is high, the positive quantity will be higher, then delta G will be positive. To avoid that, temperature must be low. So at low temperature, maximum quantity, high temperature, minimum quantity. So where it is more maximum quantity here, the X is amount of the adsorbent adsorbed and M is the quantity of adsorbate. Okay, this is the adsorbent, this is adsorbate. Understood? So at the same temperature, let us take at the same pressure. When you apply the same pressure, at this temperature, X value is higher here, X value lower here, X value further lower here. Okay. So here less spontaneous, more spontaneous. More spontaneous means low temperature. Okay. So T1 less than, T2 less than, T3. So lower the temperature, higher is the spontaneous, higher is the quantity of X. Okay. So that means relation between T1, T2 and T3 will be higher curve, lower temperature, lower curve, higher temperature. Okay. Note on this relation. Okay. This is the question based upon the logarithmic form. Okay. Here adsorbent. Adsorbent is charcoal. What is adsorbent? Adsorbent is charcoal, and solution is, instead of pressure we have to take concentration. Okay. As I told you, X upon M is equal to K into P to the power of 1 by N. So that P will be replaced here with the concentration. Okay. So concentration X upon M. Okay. So concentration of solution into 10 to the power of 2. This you have to be very careful. It is not 2 molarity. 2 after multiplying into 10 to the power of 2, you got concentration as a 2. Okay. After multiplying into 10 to the power of 2, you got 4. This is the C. C1, C2. And at that time, X upon M is 0.0185, 0.280. Then you have to find out K and N. What you have to find out? K and N you have to find out. Okay. Okay, see how to solve. I am explaining. Answers are log K must be 1.92 and N value must be 0.64. Okay. So solution procedure I am telling you so that you can substitute and simplify. Okay. So there are two conditions. Log X upon M is equal to log K plus 1 upon N into log C here. Okay. So first condition, if I am taking log 0.0185 is equal to log K plus 1 upon N, we don't know, log C. This is on multiplication. Therefore, it will be 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2. This is equation 1. And second equation, it will be log 0.290. Okay, is equal to log K plus 1 upon N log 4 into 10 to the power of minus 2. This is equation 2. On simplifying 1 and 2, K and N you will get. Okay. What are the answers? N you should get 0.64 and K you should get, log K you should get as 1.92. If any problem, let me know. Okay, I have given this as actually 0.185. Now you will get this answer. 0.185 is x upon m. I have written 0.0185. Okay. Okay, next question on the same topic. Calculate amount of acetic acid adsorbed by 1 kg of blood charcoal. Blood charcoal is a adsorbent. Okay, and adsorbate is acetic acid. Solute of the acetic acid solution. What is the concentration? 5% vinegar solution. Vinegar is a commercial name of the acetic acid. Okay, 5% mass by volume. 5% but mass by volume. Okay, and concentration is expressed in molarity, mole per dm cube. Okay, that is liter. X upon m is mass of solute per gram of adsorbent. K value given, N value given. Then you can try and check with my explanation. Okay, the problem with this question is so much lengthy and not able to understand what is given. If you understand, then you will solve, I think. Okay. First of all, given value is mass per volume, but required value you should convert into the mole per liter. Okay. So what you will do? 5%. Okay. So 5% in the sense 5 gram in 100 ml. What does it mean? 5% means 5 gram. 5% means what? 5 gram per 100 ml. Is this understood? So for converting into gram into moles, 5 divided by acetic acid molecular mass is 16 per liter. That means 0.1. Is this understood? You will get the molarity which is C. What is that? That is C. Is this understood? Concentration is equal to mass upon molecular mass divided by volume. You will get molarity. Then you will get C. Okay. So we want to find out 1 kg. 1 kg. Okay. So I am erasing this all. This is not required as of now. Formula is x upon m is equal to k into c to the power of 1 by n. Okay. X upon n we will find out is equal to k. What is k? 0.160. And c we have found that 5 by 6, I think. 5 by 6 only. Okay, 5 by 6. To the power of n value is 1 by 2.32. N value is 1 by 2.32. Is this understood? Now you will get x upon m. Okay. So, but we know that x upon m is the mass of solute adsorbed per gram. So, you will write after finding out this, you will write 1 gram, whatever the value. Okay. How much kg? 5 kg or 1 kg? In the question, what was the value given? In the question, value given was 1 kg. Okay. So, this whatever the value you are getting, that is for 1 gram. Okay. For 1 gram, this much. Okay. Then you will write 1 kg. 1 kg means 1000 gram. How much? Is that procedure clear or should I explain once again? First, I have converted the given mass percentage, mass by volume into molarity. Then I substituted that in the formula in place of the C. N and K are given. X upon M I have determined. X upon M is per gram of. M is equal to per gram. So I want 1 kg. Therefore, 1000 gram is equal to question mark. Okay. So like that, if you substitute and simplify, then you should get 148.1. Answer to this question is 148.1 gram. 148.1 gram. This is the answer to this question. Note down this procedure, simplification. You have to apply anti-log for better and easy answer. Okay, next question. 20% surface sites have adsorbed N2 on heating. Okay, see, this is a surface of some adsorbent, and on this nitrogen is adsorbed. How much it is? 20% sites only occupied. Remaining places are empty. Okay, and on heating this is coming out, that emitted nitrogen at pressure of 0.001 atm, temperature of 290, volume of 2.46 occupied. Okay, this much volume occupied, the nitrogen coming out. Okay, that means dissolved. Then density of surface sites, that means on 1 centimeter square these many surface sites are available. Number of surface sites per 1 centimeter square. Okay, total surface area is this much. Then find out number of surface sites occupied per molecule of N2. Each molecule of N2 occupies how many surface sites? Okay, note down this and solve. Okay, see here. First of all, PV is equal to nRT. What you will use? PV is equal to nRT. Okay. From that, what you will come to know? See, pressure is given 0.001 and temperature is given 298. Volume is given 2.46 centimeter cube. Okay. But you can convert into liter. Then you will get N value, number of molecule. Is this understood? So number of moles you can convert into number of molecule. So number of molecule out of them, then 100, if they are the 20% only. Okay. So 20% of this 100 centimeter square, 20% you calculate, then that 20% is occupied by those many number of molecule. Let us take 100 molecules are here you are getting 100 molecules of N2 and 20% of the sites are suppose 300. That means each nitrogen occupies how many sites? 3 sites. Suppose if you get 200. So 200 sites are available, occupied, but number of molecules are how many? 100. 100 nitrogen occupied 200 sites. That means each nitrogen occupied how many? Like that you will get number of sites occupied. Okay. So answer to this question is 2. What is the answer? 2. Okay. How you have to approach is it understood? By using the PV is equal to nRT, first find out N value. Then multiply with Avogadro number, you will get the number of N2 molecule. And this is occupying 20% of 100 centimeter square. So that is the space, number of density also given, that each centimeter square will contain these many molecules. Then you will get the number of N2 occupied, number of spaces available. Then you divide them, you will get the number of space occupied by each nitrogen molecule. Okay, answer to this question is 2. Is that clear to all of you? So topic I think clear now.